Recording in progress.
Look on the end.
But if you sit there, Cheryl, get in the middle. Cheryl. Up the road. We'll have Kelly start us off right over here.
Yeah, first one's the coach. You've been here a number of times. This is really your second group that you've got to this level. Can you just talk about the emotions that you felt as the final seconds ticked off?
Yeah. Proud. I mean, I can't tell you how badly our staff wanted this for them. We've all experienced it, as you mentioned. But this group it's just been a really special group, and the number of people that have reached out to me to tell me how much they enjoy watching them play. They do things the right way, and they were rooting for them. And so I just overwhelmingly felt proud for how we played. We played Lynx basketball tonight, and it was nice to get back to that. I damn near guaranteed you that we would play the defense that we played. We're now 180-6 since 2011, when we hold our opponents below 40%. To do that to this team was special, and it was necessary for us to close them out. It's okay, Peter.
Yeah. I think that was interesting that after the game ended, one of the first things you did was go over and give Lindsay Whalen a hug. I don't know, I thought it was kind of interesting. It's almost like passing of the torch from one era to the second. Can you just talk about why, your thought process as you went over it?
Wade has continued to text me all season, all last season, just showing her support, and it means so much. Like just having someone who, such a Hall of Famer, and who has gone through this and has done what I want to achieve. Like hearing from her and seeing her support, showing up. I just thought, I wanted to give her a hug just to say thank you, and thanks for showing up for us. Thanks for, showing up for me and the team, and thank you for passing this legacy on to us, because it means a lot. And definitely want to do her proud and continue. It's like the job's not done. We want to continue on. So yeah, that was what was going through my mind.
Cheryl's franchise has had a lot of stars. Franchise had a lot of stars. What makes Fee so special? What she's been able to do this season?
Well, and Court probably can pile onto this because Court plays with her, and she's played with a lot of great players. What makes Fee special is the consistency, the way that she shows up every single day. Fee is always the same. Her work ethic, her demeanor, her passion for improving. She's improved every season. She's just been incredible. And every game, it's more than scoring, how she helps our team. And I was really happy that Court helped her out some. Tonight, when we do that, obviously we're really hard to beat. But when Fee is the MVP, plays like the MVP, we're our team to beat.
Coach, you brought Courtney in for these big moments, these big games. You took her out in the third quarter, and she kind of was upset, kind of frustrated for a second. You went in the corner and talked to her. How coachable is she, and just how much does she bring to this team, over the season, and even tonight?
Court's I'm blessed. I don't know if I really knew what we were getting. The basketball player for sure. I watched for years. I had a little bit of interaction when we were at USA Basketball. But I don't know if I knew exactly what we were getting in terms of a person, and the coachability, looks you dead in the eye. You can say anything to her. I love that. And we do. We say everything to her. Right? A lot of times it's to get her going. We were talking a little bit before this game. But we had a conversation. We had a conversation around that when she's aggressive and she plays makes. We have a chance to be in the finals. We knew that. We knew that she'd be a big part of us winning this series. So I was really happy for her, that she came through for us the way that she did, obviously in Game 3 and then tonight for sure.
Cheryl, as great as Fee's played this year, there have been some others that tell her to step up and take over a game offensively. You have to have any kind of conversation like that tonight.
I said a few times, get a little more aggressive, when especially to start the third. We were not playing very efficiently offensively, so when that starts to happen, we all should understand that Fee's the one that needs to now get the touches, and then when you get the touches, to be aggressive. So we probably said it a few times, just be aggressive. but she got help tonight, which was great, which made her life a little bit easier, and when she got opportunities. But overall, I thought her approach was really, really good.
Courtney, there have been several moments tonight when you hit some big baskets too that you really showed your emotion, particularly toward the crowd. When did you kind of feel like you had something going?
In the first half. I think I went perfect the first half, didn't miss a shot. So when you start a game like that, you kind of know, like, that the hoop feeling big, got the super green light, and I think that's the confidence that Cheryl gives us. When you got it going, keep it going, and that's what I felt.
And that's where I step in and say she was 3 of 10 in the second half. So.
You said.
Yes. Cheryl, right here. The win tonight puts the Lynx at the top of the WNBA for the most postseason wins with 48. You've been a part of all but one of those wins. As someone who's been around so much postseason winning, what is sort of the connective thread of teams that are able to win in the postseason? And then alternatively, what's different about this team that's gotten you guys back to the finals this year?
Talent, for sure, is a thread. And you've got to have, a lead guard. You've got to have people that can, sort of be somebody that you can trust and count on. And so I know Fee desperately needed that, so that she could be the player that she had a chance to be this season. Every championship team that I ever coached, or successful team, had at the core of them a selflessness, a chemistry. I think, and I'll separate out now for this team, their belief in themselves and each other is off the charts. And it never wavers. It never wavers. Doesn't mean that it wasn't present on some level on the other teams, but the other teams had 4 Hall of Famers, 5 Hall of Famers, whatever we're up to. And so this team, as Becky described us, Becky Hammond and Vegas described us as has good players. That's a great team. That's how special this team is that we didn't scare anybody. I'm not sure that anybody, at any point in the season was like, they have a real shot at winning a championship, other than the people that are in our corner. And I think we're continuing to have to make believers, including, the round we just played, the round before that. We just keep stepping, and the core of who they are. They don't care who gets the credit. They're extremely coachable. They let me say and coach however I want to coach. It's special. It's really, really special. And I am just so happy they have a chance to experience being in the finals. We're not going to be, we're happy that we're going to the finals, but we're not going to be just happy to be there.
Courtney, your dad was here again tonight and made it a point to tell a couple of us that you were getting 20 tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And it seemed like that was going to happen in the first half for a second. Just curious if he shared any of that with you. There are a few other statistics that he had in mind too that I think you may have hit, but just, especially after last game, getting in foul trouble, just how big was it for you to be out there making shots and have a lot of success, especially on the offensive end?
Yeah, he was telling me after the last game. He's always instilling confidence since I was little. Just telling me I'm the one, go get it. You a bucket, like anything when it comes to confidence, he's always instilled in me. He here now. I just tell him he gotta be quiet. But yeah, man, anytime he show up, I try to show out. That's my guy. So anytime he can pull up and support me, man, I always try to put on the show for him.
And then for Fee, as far back as the beginning of last year, once Syl's retirement was official, a lot of questions thrown your way was being the face of this new era of Lynx basketball, and if you were okay with, patience or just how long it's going to take, and you were steadfast in saying the goal is championships, winning championships. That's never not the goal. So just the mindset this group has had under your leadership for the last 2 years, just how gratifying is it to now be going to a WNBA finals this early in this new era of Lynx basketball?
It feels amazing. And the best part about it, I think, is just how much fun we're having as a team. Achieving your goals obviously always feels good, but when you're not clicking as a team, you don't like each other, it takes away from it a little bit. So the fact that we have worked so hard and we genuinely just like each other so much, it just makes it all the sweeter. And it makes you want to win for them too. It's not just you want to get the accolade of winning a championship. You want to do it, for your teammates as well. And I think that makes the ride so much sweeter. We want to keep playing because we want to stay together. That every year looks different. This team will never be the exact same again. And so not only do we want to win a championship, but we don't want to leave each other yet. And that's a great feeling. So it is really gratifying to be here, but we have a lot of work to do yet. And it feels good. I think we're enjoying the ride, and we want to, I mean, it'd be nice to close it out in 3, you know, and not have to go to 5 to stay together, but
It's okay. Thank you for catching us. Next question.
Along behind the light back here, Napheesa and Courtney, along the same line, just as elite athletes, I know the smoke hasn't barely cleared out there on the court, but what's it like to have the opportunity to do what you're about to do for these next 10, 11 days, playing for a championship?
I mean, it's exciting. This is what you play for, right? You play to be on that stage, and I think we all ready for the moment, and we excited to get it done.
Court's been in the finals before.
Yeah, but I ain't winning. So I'm trying to win it. Let's go get us one. We gotta go get us one.
Yeah.
Cheryl, you mentioned that this team was particularly selfless and that the chemistry is kind of off the charts. Was there a moment this season that you realized, like you looked around and realized this team is really special? Was it a training camp? Was it at a certain point during the year where it kind of clicked for you?
Second day of training camp. Second day of training camp. The way we played for each other on the court. I didn't know necessarily all the personalities. You have to go through the journey and road trips and all of that stuff, wins, losses, etc. But second day of training camp, we had a way about us that we played for each other. That was really obvious. It was really exciting. I didn't necessarily know what it was going to translate into, but for me, it was a second day.
Cheryl, obviously you know who was going to be on this roster, didn't return that many players. What were you looking for when you were making the additions that you made to this team?
Better defense. That's not why I brought Court here, but she started to play a little bit. But better defense for sure, and playmaking with feet. Court, playmaking with feet. Getting her another score, somebody else to worry about, helps K-Mac. Because we felt like that's what we were lacking. When we played Connecticut this time last year and lost in 3, we just didn't have enough. And so we felt like we had a nice foundation. Alana Smith has just been a perfect addition to our team. Defensively, she's just so hard to play against. So to have the deep boy and then the second team all-WNBA defense, it's the reason why we're sitting here. And so we knew that we needed. I mean, the number of times I sat down with Fee, pulled out my computer, showed her the analytics about our defensive rating, the championship teams. This is what it looks like. This is where we are. This is what it looks like. I've never coached a championship team that didn't play defense. Sure, your offense can be special, but if you don't play defense, it's really hard to get to the promised land. And so we just wanted to improve our defense. Not that we did that.
For Cheryl and Fee, how do you now get ready in 48 hours to play a finals game?
Yeah, recovery. We'll have a chance in the morning. Got to fly out, go do media circuit, get a scout report in, and go hooping. And don't, can't, talk about the schedule, whatever. Who cares? Nobody's going to feel bad for us. Nobody. I don't care that New York's sitting there waiting on us. Okay, we got to go hooping right away, and we'll do that for sure.
What's your recollections of the games you played those 4 and what do you expect coming up?
Honestly, it's too hard for me right now. I've just spent 5 games playing a team. I have no idea. I don't remember a lot of the stuff that we did. It's beyond my capacity. I know that we've had some really good games, and we expect it to be a great series.
Actually, so Courtney, just because you just mentioned it, you've been in the finals before with that too, this night right there.
Yeah.
Can you describe just how difficult it is to get to that point? You have a lot of playoff success in your career, but just getting to where you're at now, getting back to that point, this is, for somebody who's never going to do it, how hard is it to actually do it?
I mean, it's so hard because there's so many things that has to align to even be in this position. But I think it's exactly what Cheryl said. Like, we always believed it from the beginning. Like, we have a great group. Like, we have such a great group, and I think we all believe in what it is that we can do, and I think now everybody else is seeing it. But it's hard, and we understand that it's hard, but we invite hard. We love hard. I want to say this. It was a moment after the Commissioner's Cup game, and we played Dallas, and I was ash. Like, I was terrible. And Cheryl brought me into the locker room, and she said, "Court, I feel like you gave in to R." And from that moment, I told her, I was like, I would never do that again. Like, you will never have to worry about that again. I think from that moment, I invited hard. And I mean, obviously, those conversations don't have to be had with Fee, not that I know of, or any of the other players. And I just didn't want to be that person to let the coaching staff down or my teammates down just giving in to hard. And I think that we embody that. None of us give in to hard. We all hurting. We all know that we tired. But like you said, nobody gonna feel bad for us, and we don't feel bad for us. We know what we gotta do. So it's hard, but we love it, man. We love hard. This is fun.
Courtney, you've spoken about your relationship with, Lon and Coach. Wonder if you could just speak on what it is like playing with the Napheesa Collier and what that relationship, lead guard, post play was like.
I mean, I say this all the time, and I don't play with so many great players. And Fee is so different. It's crazy. Like the way she is so coachable, from anybody. It does not matter. Like she just wants to be great, and she show up every day. And her humility and the way she talks to people, the way she carries herself, it's actually insane. Because a lot of this girl's a bona fide superstar, and they don't act like that. Like a lot of superstars does not act like that, and the way she shows up and she cares, it's different. And I think when your leader and your superstar moves like that, it's easy to trickle down. And I think the way Cheryl holds us all accountable, from our superstar all the way down to our rookie, like she coaches us all the same way. She don't make no exceptions for nobody. And I think when you have a superstar that's so coachable, it's easy for all of us to be like, she listening, what make you think you're not gonna listen? You know what I'm saying? So I love it here. Thank y'all.
We'll take our final question from the Zoom from Lindsay.
Hey ladies, congratulations. Fee, I'm really upset that Mila left. I wanted to ask her a question, but maybe during the finals. Cheryl, Steph was in here just a second ago talking about the evolution of Fee's game. When you think about what she was like in college, she shot the three obviously, but she's basically become like a big guard. And I wondered, is that something that you two talked about together over the years? Or has it been like her wanting to expand her game and be unstoppable in essentially every facet?
It's the latter. Fee's hunger, to be great, and every year, she doesn't need us to tell her. She knows what she's got to get better at. I did ask her. We did sit down and we talked about our defense, and I wanted her to be Defensive Player of the Year. You don't necessarily work on that in the off season. I don't know of any trainers that are putting you guys through any defensive drills. You did the showcase, that's why so that's good news to me, that's good stuff. Get a bonus to that person. But yeah, I think, what were we saying? What were we talking about? Fee, yeah, like her improvement. Every year, she came into the league being an undersized post player who, frankly, didn't have much ball skill. Was capable three-baller, but, it wasn't top of mind for her. And so it's been a real evolution for her to become now one of the best power forwards in this league. Shoots the three, goes off the bounce, she posts up, obviously defends, she rebounds, she blocks shots. Two of her best seasons have been at the power forward spot, so we've really locked into that. And I still think she's got, more ways to improve. And, that's what MVPs do, great players do. They never feel like they've arrived. And they just keep getting better and better, and that's what Fee's done.